All right, welcome back, everybody. 2 more hours we have, and these hours are all about clearance, and some slashes are bigger than others. Don't blame me, don't kill the messenger, I'm just bringing it to you. But we got great deals coming up for you today. And what I love about clearance, too, is for a lot of people out there, obviously you can't buy everything, right? But what's nice about this is that you can take a look at products maybe you've seen before, and now the price is better. So you're like, okay, now I can go for that. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time that you actually cleaned, not just wiped or rinsed, but actually cleaned like your phone? Or when's the last time you actually cleaned off your remote control with your kid's little dirty Cheeto fingers all over them? When's the last time you cleaned a set of keys? Hands all over keys, back into locks, all that. When's the last time you really cleaned it? Because those things are little germ factories, folks, let's face it. Well, if you have the Sienna Luxe, you can do just that. You can not just clean. There's a difference between clean and sanitize. A huge difference. We're gonna sanitize with this great little machine. So originally it was over $50. It's now $42.45. Not a huge clearance price, but still enough to maybe push you over the edge, especially when you think about all the scuzzy stuff that's laying around your house. Combs, brushes, toothbrushes.
Credit cards.
You said dentures. Rebecca Wood is with us, everybody. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello.
So think about the number of things, though, that you would really want to clean, but yet you wouldn't want to put them in like a chemical, right? So I think like we were talking about like the kids' mouth guards for sports.
Retainers.
I'm not going to put that in like the blue liquid that you clean windows with, or I'm certainly not going to bleach any of that. So this is a way to do that without chemicals.
It kills 99.9% of bacteria, staph, E. coli, salmonella. Kills them dead. This is the same technology you're gonna find in nail salons and that you're going to find in hospitals. But now you can have it in your own home. And I challenge you, what I say is go through your house, go through every single room, and you are going to find something that needs to be sanitized. Whether it's a credit card, what I really love it for are the items that go out and they touch the different public's hands. So your credit cards, your keys, maybe your remote controls, your mouse pads, the different items where your family members will touch them too. It couldn't be more simple either. So right now, put your toothbrush in there. You know how many germs are in there, especially with the different cold and flu seasons going. And all you have to do, shut it. That's it. You see that light that went on? That means that it's on. It's going to stay on for 30 minutes. That's a full cycle, and then automatically shut off. And then you know it's good to go.
I think it's brilliant, you know, and it's so easy. It doesn't take up a lot of space, which I love, but it needs to be a little bit bigger so you can put bigger things in there, like your remote controls or your larger pieces of jewelry, or if you're putting a hairbrush or a comb or whatever inside there. But think about the things that you touch every single day. Maybe not only that, but things that you share. You know, I was talking about keys, you know, and like Danny borrows my car, here's my keys. You know, Lord knows where those things are going. But you know, they're all over the place, and you put your keys on a counter. Your phone, you know, all it takes is one kid to have a little bit of a, you know, like a staph infection or some kind of whatever.
Goes right through the house.
Everybody gets it.
Right through the house, exactly.
Right?
That's why even your makeup brushes, things that you don't typically clean, what we like to say is
nail
clean.
clippers.
Nail clippers.
Yeah.
When's the last time you sanitized your nail clippers?
Ever?
No.
Yeah,
all you have to do is throw them in there and shut the canister and you're good to go. My favorite type of clearance is this type of clearance that comes right at the right time.
Yeah.
Usually clearance is, you know, when you don't need it, like you get your winter coats in July. Well, this couldn't come at a better time because all of those viruses, all of those germs, they're lurking. You're picking them up, I'm picking them up. I have kids, I'm telling you, they're like a cesspool.
That's putting it nice. Well, no, it's true, and they're exposed to lots of, you know, kids or grandkids in school. Obviously, everything, you know, they're classmates. It doesn't take long for all that stuff to spread around, and before you know it, it's gotten to mom and dad or grandma and grandpa. What I like about this too is everything is contained. There's no mess. There's no cleanup. You don't have to fill this with any kind of a liquid. There's no chemical, there's nothing toxic. Take a look at this, because we've kind of we've broken it down to make it a little easier to understand.
So here's what I want to tell you. What you are finding here is the same technology you're going to find in a nail salon, that you're going to find in a hospital when they're cleaning their tools. It's UVC technology. UVC is the germicidal wavelength. That's what's going to kill 99.9% of staph, salmonella, and E. coli. Those are the germs and the bacteria that really like to fester and make your entire family sick. So go through and think of the items that you may clean but you never sanitize. All of your sports gears, the smartwatches, maybe even your sunglasses, your glasses, you're putting them on, they're right next to your face, they're right in your eyes, you're always the areas of the openings that make you sick. Clean them, but then sanitize them. All you have to do is pop them in the canister just like that, and shut the canister. You can see that light automatically goes on. That means that that UVC wavelength is going in there and killing 99.9% of staph, E. coli, salmonella bacteria on any of the surfaces that you put in there. And when this is done in 30 minutes, automatically shuts off, and you know it is sanitized.
And listen, you know, that everybody's got it. we're not picking it. Everybody has this stuff laying around their house. Anybody that has a bathroom in their house is going to have various germs and things that are associated with all the stuff that we have to do in the bathroom. So this is a way to keep it clean. Thought just came to my head is that, you know, the little removable, you know, I have a power toothbrush, but it has the tops that come off.
Parts right here.
Those little things. And you know what I've done this before, and it's not, you should not do it, is take your toothbrush and put it in alcohol. And that's not going to kill the same things that this is going to kill, okay? It may do some good, but then you've got to, you know, then you've got rubbing alcohol on your toothbrush, which is disgusting.
It's not, and you don't want that,
which is not what you want to do. So that's not a solution. The solution is to put it in dry and allow that UV light, which is able to kill all those different things that we talked about. And, you know, things like salmonella, which, you know, a lot of people get from you know, cooking and things like that.
Put your knives in there.
Whatever it is.
Exactly.
You know, you can put pocket knives. Anything that you use or that you keep on your person or that you know, use that's in the bathroom that can fit inside here, you can put in. It could be your little shaver.
Oh, your shaver.
Razors, right?
That you clean, you might clean, but you don't sanitize. This is the easiest way to sanitize. If you take your pup to doggy daycare, you know, those little pups, they can go through a lot of different illnesses as well. They always usually bring their favorite toy, take it, and sanitize even that. You might want to wash it, but you're not sanitizing it. There is a difference between clean and sanitize. So we say clean, pop it in, turn it on, sanitize.
Yeah, especially for your jewelry. Think about that, like watches and rings, things that the dirt and oils and all that stuff get into. This is the best way to do it.
Yes.
Plus, you know, every time you shake a hand, if you got a ring on, you're spreading the word. So
just like that.
So anyway, it's as we said, it's on clearance. Not the biggest clearance, but it's still on clearance at $42.45, and it's on FlexPay 2 for only $14.75. All right, are you
I'm coming back next hour.
What are you doing next hour?
We're going to be doing the electrical cord that you love, the extension cord.
I love that thing. I
love it.
Comes in a 3-pack, retro extension cord. I love that. That's coming up in just a little bit. All right, thanks, Rebecca. We're going to move right into StoreSmith. This is our 10, which one's this one? Is this the 10-rack collapsible hanger? Is that where we're going? Yeah, that's what this one is. There's so much stuff in clearance. I just want to make sure I got my cards in order. So anyway, now this is a really good clearance price. It was $34.95, and now it's $19.95. If you are looking for some extra closet space, or maybe taking advantage of the closet space that you have already, this is going to do it. It's totally expandable. It'll work on any type of clothes, whether it's your jeans or your hand washables, towels, whatever it is you have. You have the 360-degree swivel access, which makes it very easy to be able to see everything that's inside there rather than having to pull it out every time. And it does allow you to really maximize your space. Miss Alexandra Baker.
Good morning, Guy. How are you?
Home BFF, who knows a lot
Hashtag Home BFF. How are you?
About a lot. Especially when it comes
all
to
things home.
well, when it comes to home and entertaining and organizing and cleaning, all these different things. She's great. In fact, you have that Eureka vacuum today, don't you?
Yes, that is like the steal of the weekend. I mean, that's
$100.
like the #1 for the weekend.
I wanted to plug that a little bit because it's coming up a little bit later.
It's a fantastic item.
Now,
I own that.
This is a perfect example of the stuff that Alexandra brings, because not all of us have the option to expand our closets physically.
Nope. Yep.
But what we can do is we can take better advantage of what's inside. Tell me about this.
This is fantastic, and I'm so pleased. I read some of the reviews, and you really like this as well. As your home BFF, I definitely share with you many tools that are going to help save time, save money, save space in your closet. You can see how I can just push this to the side, and how I can put 10 pairs of pants on each of these racks, and I can also do bras and ties, and I'll get into that. But one of the reviews, guys, Guy stated that they had lost, I think it was maybe from diabetes, I'm not sure, but they were an amputee. And having easy access to their clothing made life so much easier, and it really touched my heart. And so maybe you have dexterity issues, and the idea of having to, you know, thread your pants through the hangers or working with the hangers, you don't want to have that. With this, you don't need the hangers. This has the bars so that it's very easy access for you. You could put t-shirts on here. Oh, yeah. It was designed for slacks. It's going to help you to organize all of your pants. But isn't this nice how each of the bars, look at this, each of the bars come out. So you have 8 of these bars that come out, 10 really all together. Yeah. I know, it's really cool. And even if you have an item that needs to be stationary, maybe they're pants that are kind of slick, it also comes with the clips so that you're able to secure it. Look, it even has a clip on the end so that you can secure things right there on the end. Yeah, and then this just goes ahead and locks in. You know, Store Smith is always going to bring you, it's HSN's collection of really clever and unique items for storage and organization needs. And to me, this is quintessentially an example of an item that's going to allow you to really see all of your clothing in an easier way. Yeah. Save money by not having to buy more hangers. It holds 10 items. You could double up if you wanted to. Keep the weight capacity no more than 20 pounds. Imagine one for all of your jeans, one for all of your black pants and what have you, and all your khakis.
And they're in one space.
They're in one space.
On the hanger.
Look at this, so. And no hanger, and then watch. Look. Perfect for RVs, small spaces, college dorm rooms. Isn't that great?
That's a really good idea. Apartments, if you have a dorm, our kids in a dorm and they have no room there, this is a way to be able to take the limited closet space that you have and kind of get more in there, right? Because you're taking advantage of that vertical space, you know, going up and down rather than having to take advantage of horizontal space, which we normally have to do in a closet. Now, as you can see there, this lovely lady here has about 8 or 9 or 10 pairs of pants right there. Now think about if you had to use 10 hangers to hang 10 pairs of pants.
And you would only have one direction.
I find a hanger with pants is not really the easiest way to access pants.
It's not.
This is easy.
This is easy, and look how oversized this is. You know, sometimes you feel like something might be too wide, so this is going to allow you to put something very wide on each of the bars. Now, this is great. I love this, being able to really organize a place for your bras. You know, we're spending a lot of money on our bras. A lot of times those molded cups, they get really smashed up and destroyed or out of place when we try to make them work in our drawers because of that limited space. This way, watch this guy, you can even lock this. I can pick this up.
Yeah.
And you can even lock this into place. I'm not gonna lock it right now, but if I wanted to hang dry or air dry all of my delicates, and then I can just close this and leave this on there as well. So it's also...
Or you could put hangers on it too if you really wanted to hang them.
If you really wanted to go out.
If you wanted to put it, you know, if you wanted to put it somewhere outside to get air, you know, air dry things.
Without question.
You could do that too.
Isn't
you could
this
hang
great?
all your stuff. It's a great little station to be able to put all your stuff in there. Normally this is $34.95 today. It's $19.95, and I think that says 5 flex of $3.99.
This is perfect,
so,
showing how it's saving space.
$3.99 flex pay. These are just different examples of how you would utilize. There it is, Alexander, right there. See, they held it up. So if you use it as a drying rack, you can do that as well. There you go, perfect. So, and it could be anything. It could be linens, it could be pants, it could be, you know, most of the ladies I know have their hand washing that they do. Because,
definitely.
You know, whether it's,
I find I have more and more. I can't believe how much. Lately, I have more and more to air dry.
Stuff, like if you have expensive lingerie, underwear, things like that, that you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna stick that in the dryer, right? Those things, especially bras and things like that, you're gonna hang those.
You're going to hang
let them dry.
Spins
or bathing suits, you don't throw those in the dryer.
Bathing suits, maybe some of your lingerie, your nightgowns. Yeah. You know what also is nice? This is made of steel, so it's very well constructed. This has all the plastic trim, so it's extremely durable. I love how it spins 360. I didn't go over the colors. Your color choices are, we have the navy, we have the black, we have the gray, and it's a very pale gray, and we also have the white. And maybe you'll want to consider one for your linen closet. I'm always trying to show you ways to get items, especially like your beautiful throws and items of that nature, off of the shelf, because frankly, in our linen closets, we really are limited with how much space we have in the linen closet.
I'm glad I wasn't sure that would fit, but that does fit.
Yeah, it does fit. And you know what? I really don't have this folded very, very neat. I could really fold this nice and neat You know, these are mine. I bring them in and I use them for a number of products. I've had a couple customers reach out to me and say, whose is this? It was Vicky Teal for Highgate Manor a while back. Aren't they pretty?
Yeah.
And so watch, I could just now put my throws, my Jeffrey Banks throws, maybe my holiday throws. What about your table runners, the beautiful napkins for holiday, seasonal,
stuff, right,
or any of your tablecloths? We still have them, we still use them. Now you may use them more often because you'll remember you have them because they're not buried at the bottom of the linen closet and you never see them. So this is really a unique item, but I was really touched when I saw the post that said, you know what? I have limited mobility and this is helping me.
Yeah, a lot of people have that, right? A lot of people have this issue, that issue, and they're like, you know, listen, I'm looking for an easier way to do something. And that's what this is. This is a way that makes it not only easier. I love how it opens and closes and it clicks into place.
Yeah, look at this.
I saw one of the images where they were use it as a tie rack.
Right.
But think about it. So use it for your fine washables when you need to dry them, and then you just simply clip it down and everything gets put away. And look at how little space that amount of clothes takes up.
I mean, look at all these
slots. This would take up a ton of space
This
in my
would
closet.
take a lot of space. If you had 10 pairs of your pants hanging in your closet, that would take a lot of space. This, no hangers, so you're saving money. You're saving space because it's a little bit more compact, okay, in your closet.
Hey,
I mean, that's just a couple of inches.
Bet you could get that in a garment bag too if you were traveling.
Oh,
Think about that too,
without
right?
question, you could put this in a garment bag.
Organized.
You could put all of your T-shirts, you know, maybe all of the T-shirts that have the image on front. I know there's a special name for that. It's just not coming to mind. I'm home expert, not fashion expert.
Hey,
and you could have your T-shirt right there.
Would you do me a favor too, while you're over there, do the colors one more time?
Yes, we have
Alexandra?
navy. Okay, this is the navy. We have the black. We have the gray. It's a very, very, very pale gray. And of course, we have the white. You can see how the white next to the gray, how it's
they're
a very
pretty close.
faint. This is the white.
Yeah.
This is the pale gray. This is the gray. Very, very light, but I like the white for the laundry room.
Hey, get these on sale today. These are $19.95. It's only $3.99 on FlexPay. They were $34.95, so it's a really good discount if you are trying to get organized in your closets and maximizing the space you have. That's what this is all about. 603-820 is the item number if you want to grab it. I know we're real busy, but grab a couple. Not a bad idea. You're not going anywhere because we've organized here. You want to go in the kitchen and organize now?
Sure, why not?
All right, we'll go in there.
We'll go from room to room.
We'll meet you in the kitchen.
The thing I love most about shopping at HSN.
Do I have to pick just one?
I'd have to say FlexPay.
It allows me to get the things I want now
And make monthly payments.
Without any interest or fees.
I got a new mattress for the guest bedroom, a fabulous cookware set for my sister's wedding.
and a little something just for me.
FlexPay gives me the flexibility to buy what I need now.
Without the stress of having to pay for it all at once. And no interest. Beat that layaway.
I've spent a lifetime in the kitchen all over the world. And I've seen what it takes to make cooking easier, faster, and more simple. You don't need a professional kitchen to be able to cook a delicious meal. With the right kitchen tools, you'll be able to cook, create, and celebrate.
Don't miss the return of Curtis Stone's Kitchen Solutions, only on HSN.
Is this what your cabinets look like? Well, I hope they look like that. If you already got this, they do. This is another one of those crazy clearance prices. This is our swivel storage racks. You get a set of 2 of these. And all I have to say to you is this: how many bottles of paprika do you have in your cupboard? Because if you have more than 1, then you probably have lost track of where all your little jars are. And I've done that. I actually had like 6 of them at one point. And just because you can't organize that stuff. You're always going, which do you grab it like this, you put it in a drawer. So if you're just using it for spices, it's fantastic. But you saw from our footage there that you can use this for your nail polish. You can use this for bathroom things. Whatever you have, a cupboard or a drawer or whatever it is, a cabinet, you can put these things in and you can use it to organize. They're $12.95. It is on Flex. That's the lowest FlexPay I've ever seen. $2.59. Never seen a FlexPay.
I've seen one
that is the record.
I saw
Have you?
$1.99 one time.
Never seen that. $12.95. Anyway, you're gonna get 2 of these, and they do come in colors. Alexandra, you can start down there.
This is the plum, a set of 2, remember? This is the white, obvious. We have the black. This is my favorite. I love this. It's called grapefruit, but it's a vibrant, bright, almost like a neon orange or a really bright coral. Then we have the navy. The navy has a lot of purple in it, but we are calling it navy, and then that beautiful red. Now, when we came over here, we said we were coming over to the kitchen. Yes, we're in the kitchen. And sometimes I like to show you things a different use because, of course, you're going to use this to put all of your extracts, your spices. I remember during a holiday cooking, I thought that I had, 2 bottles of almond extract. I actually had 2 bottles of vanilla and not enough almond, vice versa, because everything is buried. This is going to give you now 2 layers of shelving, not just the bottom layer, but the top layer as well. And then what you can do, let me turn this around, when you have this in your closet, it actually swivels out. So now if you have vitamins, if you have your prescription bottles, the vitamin bottles tend to be a little bit larger, but the prescription bottles can absolutely work in here. So those are some of the obvious uses. What are the not so obvious uses? How about a set for the garage, for your nails, your screws, the little tabs, items like that? You could keep a set of white right on your desk because then you could keep all of your crafting tools, your office supplies at the ready on the desk. Each one of these, I'm gonna tip this upside down. Do you see the 4 tabs? Do you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4. These have a little bit of, it has a peel and stick. So if you wanted this to adhere to the shelf so that as you are actually moving these out, they would be able to stay, they would stay in place for you, okay? So that you wouldn't have to move the entire unit as you're moving this along. My favorite use is actually something so simple in the powder room or bathroom. These are some of the items that I'm constantly reaching for. I'm always grabbing a brush. I'm always grabbing a clip for my hair. I love putting my Too Faced palettes in here. Can you see on the side? I can easily put my Too Faced palettes, and then when I want to reach them, I can just pull this out and you pull this in. Some of my brush set, some of my compacts, the items that, you have all of your makeup, but then the items that you're grabbing often, you could have those right out top. And I just think the colors are fun and vibrant. Every room in your home could benefit from a set.
You're gonna get 2 of these, and our footage actually is the best way to show that. It's kind of hard to do it here, but there's an example where you're looking for medicines, and if you're, if you're a senior or if you're dealing with health issues and you have multiple bottles, it makes it so simple to be able to locate them and find them. As far as being in your pantry, I mean, these are obviously, for me, the number one thing.
The spices,
because it's built to fit those little spices, and everybody has them. You all probably have at least a dozen or 2 dozen of those bottles, right? You got them, and you don't know how old they are, and blah, blah, blah. Get them, and you'll love them. Hey, by the way, you can also use this for arts and crafts. You can use these for, college kids. You use these, anybody could. Hey, you want to go to our phones, Alexandra?
Absolutely.
Who do we got?
I'd love to talk with somebody.
Oh, let's say hi. Hi, who's on the phone? Is it Joni from Washington?
Yes, it is.
Hi,
Good morning, Joni.
Good morning.
Joni, what did you pick up today, or what are you calling us about?
I got the pants hangers, but I also have the spice rack.
Good for you.
Excellent. You're a store-smith woman.
Can you share with everybody how it works out for you?
Oh, it's really neat. I did all the smaller spice containers, and I'm very organized now.
Very good.
And then I took the other one in my craft room, and I stuck nail polish in there and different glitters and glues and.
Smart. Yeah.
So it works really well.
I know. It's one of those things, Joni, where it's like, you deal with the problem, and you're like, somebody should invent something that would help, and somebody finally did. Thank goodness.
Somebody did.
Hey.
And I'm looking forward to using the pants hangers in my linen closet.
Yeah, isn't that neat? It's so funny because I read about that and I hadn't seen it in a while, and all of a sudden when Alexander was demonstrating it, I'm like, that's really smart. I love that thing.
Yeah.
So you're going to love it too.
I've got a lot of tablecloths I can put on it.
Perfect.
Oh, good, Joni. I'm happy to hear that.
Joni, my mom's a Joni, so it's nice talking to you.
Yes, you said that.
Have a great night.
Great day.
You too.
See you later, Joni. Bye-bye.
That's awesome. I love that. So Joni is getting organized. There's something so satisfying about everything having a place. And a lot of times when we have those smaller items, it's harder to find a place for those smaller items. I also like to put, having a couple bottles of hair dye. If you're using your true hair, where you color your hair and you shake that, the sprinkled powder that Chelsea sells, you can put that on here. So just having easy access to all your items. Can you see a set underneath the bathroom cabinet? Can you see a set on top of the bathroom, on the vanity? One set in the garage. We mentioned on your desk. So these are really a simple, easy solution to having everything have a place.
And they're half price today if you want to get them. So get them home for $2.59, 544-207. Alexandra will be back in our next hour, and she's got that Eureka vacuum, super powered and totally on sale at less than $100 for a full upright vacuum.
Yes.
That's great. And from Eureka, which is a great company.
Cyclonic.
All right, we are going to move on, and we are going to talk about our Panasonic iron next. All right, I'll see you in just a sec. So let me tell you about this iron, okay? I bought this iron, I think it was might have been 2 years ago anyway. And it is top of the line from Panasonic. It makes ironing so easy. You know, for a lot of us, ironing can be a challenge. But I'll tell you, if you've got the 360-degree iron, you can not only iron in any direction, but you're not tethered by cords. You know, sometimes cords, you know, you get in the way, you try to move the iron left, right, and all of a sudden it falls off the dang thing because you tripped over the cord. Well, this is a iron that recharges itself, and it gives you plenty of power and plenty of steam so that you have cordless freedom and you have total access to any part of the fabric that you are ironing. You have electronic temperature control. You can iron in any direction. You have no cord steaming and refreshing when you need to do that. It's no drip. You have the detachable water tank, which I love, and we'll tell you about that later. This has been a customer pick forever because everybody loves this thing. And today we are doing it at clearance price, $30 off. Only $59, that's a really good clearance price, and it's on flex payable in $19.98. My good friend Bonnabelle Sherman is here. Hello, my dear.
Hi there.
I never can get enough of this iron.
I know.
And you know,
Everybody feels that way.
We should tell everybody this too, because you've been in this business as I have for a while.
Yeah.
This product's been on for a while now.
Yes, about
we reorder
8 years.
it again and again, and people love it. And that's really hard to do with products in electronic retail.
That's what I think.
They don't last very long.
Yeah, 400 reviews, customer pick.
Well, because
that's not easy to do.
No, new stuff comes in, but let me tell you, this iron has stood the test of time. It's had a lot of upgrades, and it's the best it can be, but I love it. First of all, cordless freedom. No wires to trip over, no wires to hold you to an ironing board.
Right.
So if you want to do draperies or if you want to refresh clothes, you can do that as well.
Or not this, look.
Yeah.
You know what happens when you iron with a cord?
You pull it.
Look at the cord brings it behind it, and then you're making wrinkles while you're trying to take out wrinkles. That's frustrating.
Drives me nuts.
So we are taking away that frustration, and you could see the incredible result there. Totally wrinkle-free.
Let me show everybody colors, and then we're going to let Bonnabelle go to work because she's got a lot to show you here. So we do have it in various colors today. So this is our gold. We have it available in our blue, and then we have it available in, what are we calling this one over here? Charcoal? Is that what it's called? Okay, so charcoal. You'll notice that it sits on this cradle. That's its charging cradle, which also keeps it balanced and keeps it from tipping over. You know, your regular iron always has to stand up when you're not using it, and that's how come it always tips over, because somebody hits it, or you know how tippy the ironing boards are, right? You never have to worry with that. It also comes with its own little travel case. Now, why is that important? I would dare to say this is the #1 iron anybody uses for crafting. If you're a crafter out there and you need to iron anything on, you love this thing, so you can take it with you wherever you go. You have the retractable cord built into the bottom, feature after feature. It has all the great features of a great iron, but the extra of not having the cord to deal with.
That's right. And this is 1,500 watts, which is so great. So here's where the cord is, right here in the base. Here's where the cord is not. So the cord is not in the iron, so it gives you total freedom. It's the great iron for lefties or righties. And a great iron will also act as a steamer for you. So let me show you how you can do vertical steaming with this iron. All I do is, because I have 1,500 watts, is I pump the steam into the garment. And let's say this was a jacket that you thought had to go to the dry cleaner to get steam. Guy, have you ever sat in the car or the airplane and your jacket got all wrinkled and you thought, oh great, I gotta pay $10 or $12 to have that pressed.
Into a restaurant, it smells like a restaurant, you want to refresh it?
Right, look at that, total wrinkle free. And really it starts to pay for itself just on this kind of use. So now what makes you be able to have it as a vertical steamer is the power, 1,500 watts. And if you looked at that gold skirt I just did, you went, wow, when I iron it doesn't look like that, Bonnabelle. That's probably because your iron is 900 watts or 1,200 watts. You can hear the power on this iron, by the way. Not just see it, but you can hear it. Your iron, you need to step up and get the 1,500 watts and really treat yourself, especially since what we have is kind of the final quantities of this, and so that's why we've kind of reduced it, which is absolutely incredible value with absolutely incredible results. Look at that. It's amazing.
And very little work. And this is really wrinkled stuff. This is not stuff that, a lot of people pull something out of the dryer and they run an iron over it, or they hang it and they run. We have intentionally crammed this into a laundry basket. And a lot of it is cotton, which, if you wrinkle cotton, it's really hard to get that out. Think about linen and stuff like that. When Vonabelle goes through this, and I love this demonstration because she does an entire pair of pants without even having to lift the pants up because it goes right through.
Yeah, that's the 1500 watts.
Yeah.
Well, actually 4. I'm gonna wow you even better.
Okay.
So I'm going through maybe your dress down Friday khakis or the kids' khakis for their uniforms, and watch this. This is amazing. Excuse me. So 1 layer, razor edge, 2nd layer, 3rd layer, razor edge.
That's right, because they're folded.
Yeah, 4th layer. So it's an amazing result, but all I did was iron the top. So it saves you time, it saves you energy from all that turning and twisting. You don't have as much, and you can just iron the top and send that steam right through.
Hey, if you'd like this, it's $20 to get it home. We discounted it on clearance today, as Vonabelle said.
Yeah.
Listen, we are running down in the inventory, so we're bringing more in. Take advantage of getting one of these home for $30 off what the regular retail price is. And you're gonna love it. I mean, the freedom to be able to do things outside of just traditional ironing. To be able to actually take this, a lot of people take it and they'll steam their mattress because, they don't get to do that very often. It's hard to do with a regular cord because I gotta go find a plug in something that's gonna go all the way across a mattress, which most plugs won't reach.
Yeah.
You can reach anything with this. You can do jackets and shirts and clothes, fine washables that maybe, like blouses and things that are maybe gauzy or cottony or silky, and you don't want to use, you would never throw them in a dryer, so they hang dry and they need a little bit of refreshing or they need a little bit of ironing. This is the perfect way to do it. And notice what's missing again, there's no front or back.
Right.
I love that.
It's tipped at the top and tipped at the bottom. So the bottom is the top and the top is the bottom. So usually you go in the direction of the point, which is forward. But when you go backward, it's the same direction, the same efficiency. Now what I did here was fat quarters because a lot of our reviews are from those who sew and quilt. And if you sew or quilt, you need to lay down all of those seams really nicely. And people have really appreciated that this can lay down all those seams without a cord in the way, making a mess while you're trying to make something beautiful.
Look at that. That is gorgeous. Every time I see it, and you're talking to a guy that understands ironing because there's, if I don't iron it, nobody's gonna iron it at our house. And I don't worry too much about Danny's clothes, but I take none of my work clothes go to dry cleaners. I don't deal with that anymore.
Good for you.
Never do. I basically wash everything. All the shirts get hung, and which means I got, like a back area all full of shirts that all need to be ironed before I come to work. So I appreciate a really good iron, because it's something I use every single day. A lot of you out there, guys, gals, whatever, if you live alone, ironing can be kind of a chore, especially if you've got a crappy iron and it doesn't, I can't stand irons that drip, and I can't stand irons that the steam is inconsistent.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or not powerful enough. Talk to me about why power makes a difference in an iron.
Okay, so if you haven't stepped up to 1500 watts, you don't get a fast heat up and you don't get this kind of wrinkle release. So when you do 1500 watts, it's incredible steam and so much faster. You can't use an iron that's less than 1500 watts as a vertical steamer. Look at the wrinkle release. Now let me show you some of the settings because this is a great iron at a fabulous price today. High, medium, and low. There's some of your settings. So here's your water feature, your steam feature, and here's where you're gonna put the water right there. And then I was showing you before, this is actually the removable water tank, which means you can fill it at any sink. Normally you have to go to the faucet with the highest faucet, the sink with the highest faucet.
Like your mudroom or something like that.
Right, or always the kitchen faucet. Here, if you steam the sheets, like you said, your top sheet, your pillows, you can actually fill it right there in the bathroom because it's a lower tank and it's removable. So a lot of great features in this iron. If you are a recital mom, if you have a wedding coming up, this is your iron because look, this is travel and carry. It's beautiful, it's compact, and then this just pops off like that. The reason it can have that is because your cord is tucked in here, it's retractable, and this is a heat-resistant cover. You don't have this on any other iron. It says Panasonic, it's power of Panasonic right in the palm of your hand, but it can act as a vertical steamer. And then if you want to teach your teens, tweens, husbands, men, had an iron and they're kind of like, no thanks, I don't know where to set that. Well, look what Panasonic did. They put the settings right here on the heel. So if anybody's struggling with, whoa, what setting do I use? I'm afraid it's right there.
Yeah,
There's no excuse. A cheat sheet, I like that.
A little cheat sheet on the back.
I want to borrow that.
And I will tell you this too, yeah, I will tell you this as well. One of the biggest things about this iron that I really love is you don't have as many accidents. And I'm talking about dropping an iron, whether you drop it on your toe or your foot, or you drop it on the ground. Because let me tell you, an iron hitting a hardwood floor from 5 feet,
Yep.
will make a scratch in the floor, and it'll do even worse on your foot. So these, because they're not tippy, because they don't have a cord to pull, are very, very safe to keep up there. They also have the auto shut-off feature as well if you need that. Lots of security devices built into that as well. Bonnabelle, great job. It's a huge customer pick. Been that forever. Hundreds and hundreds of views.
Yeah.
So enjoy that while you can. Thank you so much. Great demonstrations. Love this product, and I have it at home. All right, I'm going to shift over here. I'm going to walk over here and see if my friend Carrie McNally is here to shed some light upon your life, and he will do that, my friends, and he will do it and save you a boatload of money as well. Let me ask you all a question out there. How often do you change a light bulb? Think about it. Do you do it twice a year? Do you do it maybe once a year? Maybe you're lucky and you get 2 years out of a light bulb. Well, what if my friend Carrie came into your world and said, listen, I've got a light bulb here that's gonna last you over 20 years. About 22 and a half years, one light bulb. Would you be interested in that? Would that be something that you think would be an investment that would pay off? I believe it would be. What if I said, we're gonna give you 10 of these light bulbs? That's 220 years of light bulbs, essentially, if you just use one after the other. But you're gonna put these in your house. What if I said they were not 50 or 60 or 70, but 85% more energy efficient than a regular bulb? I mean, have I got you yet? What if I put them on clearance? It's crazy, put them on clearance.
Oh, it gets even better.
Put them on clearance for $41, $45. That's for 10 bulbs.
Okay.
Not 6, but 10 bulbs. All the features that you love about your traditional, incandescent bulbs, the glowing light, all the nice, the warm look of them, all that stuff, without any of the bad stuff. Well, here's my friend Carrie McNally, and he's going to show you why these are better, and he's going to show you how they're better as well.
Yes. Okay. So we got incandescent bulbs been around since Edison invented them in Fort Myers over 100 years ago, right? They're grossly inefficient. They burn out in 11 months, and they burn at about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's why we as a nation are phasing them out. LEDs, conversely, are cool to the touch. What? Cool to the touch. They use 85% less energy, and they last, wait for it, 22.8 years. Wait, I'm sorry? 22.8 years. Now, over the course of those 22.8 years, you're gonna save, for every one of these light bulbs, $141. Wait, what? Yes, $141 in real energy costs over the next 2 decades. Times 10, we're talking about that investment right there it is. That investment right there, $1,400 in real energy savings. And you won't have to change another bulb for over 2 decades. And here's why. Here's an incandescent bulb. If I touch this guy, what's gonna happen?
Burn.
I'm gonna get a second-degree burn on my hand. We've known each other for 18 years. This is one of my favorite things to present on HSN because I'm a bit of a science geek. So this is burning really, really hot. I'm gonna take its temperature with what's called an infrared thermometer, right? All the chefs are using these now. What do you got there? 370 degrees Fahrenheit, right?
Ouch.
That's why when we were little, we could make a brownie in a cardboard box with a little thing called an easy bake oven.
Love that thing.
Now here is an LED light bulb. What's that got? Less than body temperature, 91 degrees. I can lift this lamp up by grabbing the bulb. Now, more importantly, take a look at the actual wattage meters. This one over here is rated to be at 60. It's actually doing a little bit better than that, but it's using up 59.1 watts. The 60-watt equivalent is sipping 8.2 watts.
So that says 8.2. If you can't see the decimal point in between there, it's 8.2 versus about 60. it makes perfect sense. Now, there are a lot of sort of cheap rip-off versions of this type of bulb that have a lot of things you can't do. Like a lot of them you can't dim. A lot of them have the most awful blue neon light.
Some of them look like this. You can't put a shade on it.
Right.
This only lasts about 8 years, and it has mercury in it. So it's a nightmare to dispose of. Now, this is a soft, flattering, 60-watt equivalent that you're not gonna have to change for over 2 decades. Now, this is almost impossible to see with the naked eye, but we're trying to kind of illustrate the two that you have to choose from here. They're great for task lighting. They're great for the bedroom, the dining room, the bathroom. You can use them in damp areas. They're great, as you can see right there in the bathroom. But we wanna show you this really cool video that we shot, and it features a child's bedroom. Right, and you and I are both dads, right?
Yeah.
Now, when we show you this, we want you to keep an eye on the child right next to the light. Now, here is the interior. This is the animation that shows you what the eye bright light is all about, and it's got the Energy Star. See the baby right underneath the light? Yeah. She's just come home from the hospital. She's probably, what, 6 months? Okay, so now she's like, what, 1.5? Maybe 2.
Sure.
Now she's about 6, 7, 8 years old. Whoop. Now she's in high school. Notice how the room is changing.
I love this.
And then she goes off to college. It's the same light bulb.
Go State.
And that light bulb saved $141.
Over that amount of time.
Times 10, times 10, when you pick up one of these packs, you're looking at $1,400 in real savings. If you get 2 or 3 packs, just do the math. It's $2,800. It's $3,200. So, if you replace all of the light bulbs in your home right now, you say you bought 3 packs of these, that's it. You're done for 22.8 years, and you're gonna realize, you know, $2,800, $3,200, or $4,200 in real savings. And you can't come on television and say that unless it's a fact. And as you can see right here, it's a beautiful task light. It's great for crafting. It's great for playing the piano. It's great for reading, great for cooking. It's dimmable, and it's a flattering light. And it doesn't blind you, and it's cool to the touch and will last 22.8 years.
Remember, when you order, you're gonna get 10. So you're gonna get 5 of what they call the warm light.
Right.
And then you get 5 of what they call the soft white. So you get both of those. So one is essentially just a little bit brighter than the other, depending on what you need it for. But they're all beautiful. And I will tell you, I have these lights in my, these lights over, because I have a double sink. I have them in my vanity. And I will tell you, they're dimmable, which is fantastic, because I'm not a bright light guy. I like lights a little bit lighter or a little bit less light. They're dimmable, but they look like my regular lights that are up there. They still have that kind of golden, beautiful color. Yet what I'm eliminating is the heat. And you know, if you have vanity lights and you've got 5 or 6 incandescent bulbs in there, you've got to be adding.
It's an oven.
10 degrees to the room.
It's an oven. We changed them out in our kitchen. We spent a lot of our time in a kitchen. And it was remarkable how we didn't have to turn the air conditioning up so high, right?
Sure.
Because each one of these incandescent bulbs is generating over 350 degrees in temperature. Light is actually just a derivative. It's really a little oven that just happens to create light. And I want to show you again live on the air. This is an incandescent bulb here, and this is your brand new LED 60-watt equivalent. Incandescent, right? I've got 1 minute here. So I'm going to take this bulb's temperature live on the air. It was at 370 about 5 minutes ago. It's at 375 degrees. That's downright dangerous.
You can cook on that, guys.
And that's going to be gone in 11 months. Conversely, here's your LED 60-watt equivalent. What are we at? 97 degrees.
90 degrees.
So I can touch this. It's less than body temperature, and it's sipping 85% less energy.
It's so funny that you said that, because it really is. If you know what an incandescent bulb is, it's a filament in there that actually heats up and glows, almost like the same radiant heaters used to have that had the red bars that would light up and give off heat. That's what's inside there. Right. It also, the byproduct happens to be a light, and then they put a material on the inside of the bulb which is phosphorescent and happens to brighten it up. But it's hot.
It's hot.
See, 2 science geeks here, you and me.
$141 in savings per pack.
Get them. All right, get them. Get as many as you can. Thank you, my friend. Good job.
I'll see you again next hour.
You got it, buddy.
Okay.
See you in a bit. More to come.
Are you ready? Shop like a VIP with the HSN credit card. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. As an HSN card member, you'll get all kinds of perks, like extra flex on jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases all day, every day. Plus VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, and there's no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com. We love our gemstones to be beautiful, colorful, and durable. That's why we give some of them a little more love. Enhancements may require special care and may not be permanent, while others may last a lifetime. For more information, visit hsn.com and search gemstone to see our gemstone enhancement chart.
All right, if you are looking for the smarter, I should say the smartest way to mop your floors, you need to get yourself the Quickie Clean. This thing is revolutionizing the way people clean their floors. It is the smart way to mop up. It's a unique system. It's actually all in the bucket itself. It's a twin bucket system that keeps your hot, clean, soapy water away from the dirty, nasty water completely. They are separate tanks. And then you actually have this incredible mop head and this mop system that allows you to reach and access everything that you need to. There's no splash, there's no mess, it's easy on the hands. You're getting 3 mop heads to go along with the mop itself, and you get the bucket included. You can use it wet, you can use it dry, and look at the clearance price. It was $39. I don't know how long it's gonna stay at 24 until they're gone, but you need to get it. My good friend Pete Kilcullen is here.
Hey guys.
Hi Pete.
How's it going?
Good morning here, Pete.
Morning to you.
4:45 here on the East Coast.
Wow.
Never too early to mop.
Not at all.
And keep it clean.
A clean start to the day.
This thing, honestly, and all kidding aside, the bucket design itself is the key to this whole thing. It's so cool.
It really is. I know so many of you have been mopping, and we're gonna solve maybe the one last remaining problem with mopping, is that you mop, and whatever kind of mop you're using, you go to the floor, you pick up all that dirt, then you go back to the bucket, you rinse out that string mop, that sponge mop, that microfiber mop, and now you've mixed all that dirt with that clean water when you're in your soap and detergent, and then you take it and you go right back to the floor, and you're just spreading dirt around.
Oh yeah, you're just making more mess.
We're not gonna do it anymore.
No.
So let's go. I have got a bunch of different little stains here, just real quick to show you, because what I want to show you is this mop head on its own does a great job. It really works well at picking up all those stains. It'll scrub. We got little scrubby stripes on there. You can see the fringe on the outside for any more, the liquids. It'll pick that up.
It gets under anything, Pete, too.
Oh,
it's nice and flat.
Very light.
Yeah.
Low profile. But this is what I want you to see, that it gets dirty. It's done a good job at picking up everything we had on that floor. But now, instead of taking that back to a bucket where we dip it in the bucket and now the water's dirty, we're gonna be able to clean this mop pad, simple and easy, and then go back to mopping with clean water.
Yeah.
Okay, it clicks on there. Now I'm pushing that handle down, and now I'm rinsing that out, and then it pops up, and now I can wring it out. I'll show you that again. 1, 2, 3, rinse that mop head. Now, I can keep spinning and wring it out as much as I want. Now, we created this clear bucket. You're getting a gray bucket. This clear bucket to show you. That white that you see in there, that's the inside bucket with the clean water. All the dirty water went to the outside down here. That's what I just mopped up because, look right there. Oops, put that in there.
Squeaky clean.
Now, touch that, guy.
Oh, it's hot,
It's got clean hot water on there.
Look at
That's the other great thing about this microfiber. If you don't want to use detergents of any kind, that hot water does a great job, and you're having fresh, clean water on that mop head every single time. So you're never spreading that dirt. Here it is. I mean, this engineering is amazing.
Yeah.
You can see that clean water. We're spraying that up onto the mop head as it spins. I have no idea how they manage that.
And nothing to plug in. This just
it's
works on its
crazy.
own.
This engineering is amazing. And then you can see all that dirty water going to the outside. It is so easy to finally have the cleanest floors that you possibly can.
And never, ever a drip, never a drop comes out of that mop head once you spin it, so you've got it nice and damp, and it's the best way to be able to clean, because first of all, you've saved the space for absorption in the mop, but you still have a nice wet mop that's got whatever solution you put on. A lot of people just like to put a little vinegar in there, and we're gonna show you exactly how to fill it and all that stuff, because there's an interior bucket. You can either bring that to the sink and fill it with hot tap water. Heck, a lot of people will even put, if they've got boiling water and they want to sanitize, they'll pour that in there. But then you put whatever cleanser you like. You don't need any cleanser if you just want to use hot water.
Hot water is great, but whatever you want. And that's all you're doing. And I wanted to show you that you're just pumping that handle. Like, look at how dirty that was. That was crazy. Sorry.
That's nasty.
I'm asking you guys to go 2 places. But look at that. Yep, I'm looking again. It's totally clean. It's warm, clean water. Now you're going back to your floor. When you look at that bucket again, that is exactly what you used to rinse your mop in and then go back to, look at that.
Well, you have
the old mop over there.
I don't know if you can get a close-up of this. Maybe I'll bring it over a little bit so you can see it, but this is kind of like what our traditional mopping was, right? Maybe you had that big giant industrial ringing mechanism attached to the side of the bucket too. Although I don't know anybody that has, that's like something that the janitor in your school used to have.
Right, exactly.
100 years ago.
But you know what it was doing? There's been many different ways to wring out the mop, but the fact is that you were still mixing dirty water with the clean water and going back to your floor. So even if you're able to wring it out, it's not solving the problem of spreading dirt back onto the floor. Now, I wanted to do it, as you said earlier, guys, to show everyone exactly how this works. They have thought of everything. They've done a great job. This is the gray bucket that you're going to get at home. We've got 2 handles in there. Put those together. I can lift out that inner bucket. So this is what you're taking to the sink. This is what you're going to fill up with the detergent, whatever the water you want. It has a little plastic cover on top. That's going to keep the water. Let me get the little tab that goes right in here. Put that in there. Let's see, guys. I'm going to drop this in.
Yeah.
This is the little tab for pouring it out. So then you have, this is the mechanism that sprays that water up top. All the dirty water goes to the outside. It doesn't go into that white bucket, goes to the bottom, and then when you're finished and you're gonna dump out the water, you take this to the sink and you pour out all the dirty water and you're done for the day. Cleaning's over. It's so amazing.
And by the way, you can use this wet, you can use it dry. So if you are using this as a dust mop for underneath your bed or whatever when you don't need to mop. But I also love the fact, Peter, that it's ideal for any kind of flooring. That big rag mop over there, you would be rolling the dice if you tried to clean a hardwood floor with that thing, because it's
too much water.
Heaven forbid, you get water all over your hard floors and then it sinks down in and you get warping in the wood. You don't want to do that. With these, because it's basically just a damp mop. That's all it is. It's the best way to clean. Peter, what did you just do there?
I wanted to show you that the mop will also accommodate those baseboards and your toe kicks in your kitchen. So look at that. As you're mopping, it'll go right up against those baseboards. I thought that was amazing when I saw that you'll be able to clean those baseboards. And then how about this tile floor? I wanted to show you, look, we're already picking up dirt, but you see those little scrubby stripes on there?
Yeah.
They do a great job at lifting that dirt. And that's a good look at that fringe around the outside to take care of any of that, the extra moisture and spills and things. But when I go to this floor, it's just like you might see at home. Like we were showing you some really obvious stains. But when you're at home and you're mopping that floor, you want to make sure you get it clean, but many times you're not seeing any dirt. But this mop does a great job at finding all that dirt. So as I'm scrubbing, I mean, we are starting to get some dirt on there.
Well,
does a great
I have,
job.
Peter, you've been to my house. I have travertine on the kitchen floor, and it's good because it kind of hides dirt. But at the same time, when you clean it, you're like, I can't believe there was that much disgust. And I'm walking them bare feet in there. It's awful, right? And a lot of your floors are like that, your hardwood floors. But even moreover, what about your bathroom floor? How often do you actually mop that? And again, you know, this is the way to do it. It's the way to get the clean. You're keeping that water separate. The bottom of the tank, there you see there is where the nasty water goes. The middle tank, dirty water doesn't go near that because it goes to the outside and it falls down. And then the mechanism that's inside the clean tank that shoots the water up on the pad, thus, you know, basically washing it, that technology is like that. People that can invent that stuff is crazy.
It's so great. And you're solving that last remaining problem when it comes to mopping. And you're right, in the bathroom, very maneuverable, low profile under the furniture there, around the commode.
Oh, yeah.
We can do that.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
It's so simple to use. Now, if you're looking at this, it comes really almost ready to go, that we make it so easy. But we also have on hsn.com, we have a how-to video. But all you're really going to do is thread the handles together. The first mop head comes already installed. The cool thing about these mop heads is that they're not going to come off while you're mopping. The ones that you replace and throw in the trash.
You stick them in on the side.
And then as soon as you get anything sticky, they're going to fall off. That's not going to happen. But these are easy to take on and off when you want to, and you're going to put them in the washer washing machine. So what's so cool is we're gonna wash them out as you're mopping, and then when you're totally done mopping, throw them in the washing machine. You could do it hundreds of times. You're getting 3 mop pads. I mean, we have thought of everything.
And what's nice too is you can mop an entire kitchen or bathroom floor with 1 mop pad. You know, like Peter had just said on the other one, you got to replace that thing like 5 times while you're doing 1 big floor. Because when it's dirty, it gets dirty and then nothing sticks to it. This, remember, you do a little bit, you rinse it out and clean it. You do a little bit more, you rinse it out and clean it. There's no drip, there's no mess. You don't have to, remember, you're not bringing the entire bucket to the sink to fill it. You're just bringing the little part that you fill with the hot soapy water. That's all you need to do with it. Hey, I want to remind everybody, in addition to this, we also have some extra cleaning mop heads if you want to pick those up. Yeah. I got those available for you. And the microfiber cloths I have available if you want to do different types of cleaning. All great ways, and we'll put those up on the screen for you. And that's an extra 3-pack. Peter, how many do we get with it? 3?
You get 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, you can see that baseboard of the toe kick.
Do I throw those away or do I wash them?
Oh, wash them again and again. 100 times a piece you can wash those. What? And I wanted to show you again, you were talking about when this pops up, you can continue to spin and wring that out, because what I was gonna do is go to that hardwood floor. Yeah. So if you just want it damp or you want a lot more water on there, you're able to control that by how long you spin it and wring it out. Because again, sometimes our floors just need something really quick, these hardwood floors. You don't want to leave a lot of moisture on there.
Well, listen, the hardwood floor needs to be clean. The danger is the water getting in the cracks and going under the hardwood floor or soaking in. But if you use a damp mop like we're using with hot water, that water will evaporate. It won't soak into the wood. It just cleans the very surface of the wood, and that's what you're looking for. Now, these have little fingers on, so if you have scuff marks,
look at this. On those
you can actually get those right out.
You know, I was saying that I love this mop head, microfiber. You can use just that hot water. It does a great job on things like the scuff marks. So, I mean, if it wasn't a great spin mop system, just this mop and this mop head by itself would be amazing. But now you can clean it every single. Guys over there mopping. Go ahead, Guy.
You know what I love about it, too, is that, let me just tell you this. If you are one of our fans here at HSN and you're a senior, maybe you've got issues with your hands, I'm doing this with 1 hand. And you can't do that with that big, heavy string mop. And the nice thing about it is I'm still getting a great clean. You see how easy it is to knock one over if you want. But see how, well, that's the nice thing is it doesn't weigh a lot. So you can pick it up
on its own.
It does, yeah.
Here, I want to show everyone this. So this one, we have the mop locked at the top. So when you were mopping, it was great. But you see right here, all I'm going to do is I turn that bottom part, so now that handle moves up and down. So now you can spin it. So now you can do it. You want to do it? Let's do it on this one.
I'm watching you. I can if you want. Here, I'll spin it. You just push down.
That's it. Give it, now, so what happens, it pops up.
It came up off the track, right.
You were just going a little too short. Just go nice and look, he's giving me the eyeballs.
Well, you're really good you're good at that, but you've been doing it longer than me.
I know, it takes 2 seconds.
It really does.
You'll get it, and did we get it clean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Let me tell you,
nice.
Traditional mopping, don't do it anymore. It's so funny because I think every one of us has had one of those rag mops. Everybody has had one. It was the one that like I said, the janitor at your school used to clean the floors with, and you'd look at the bucket and you didn't think anything of it. Nowadays, it's like, why would anybody clean?
That was previously the best way to mop, wasn't it? I mean, everybody did it.
I know, or a sponge mop, but then you got the same sponge. There's no real way to clean that sponge.
You're still putting it back in that water to try to rinse it out.
All right, we are really busy. This is discounted from $39 to $24. It's on FlexPay for only $12.48. I want to remind you again, if you want to get more refills for the mop heads, because we have a lot of people that already bought this, but the mop heads you're going to get will last you probably at least a year, maybe longer than that. But if you're doing industrial cleaning and you want to get some more and you love this product, you can get a 3-pack of these. Those are available for $15.95. Great deal too. And remember, each one's going to last about 100 washings. That's over and over and over and over again.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And we also have the microfiber cloths. And Peter, you get how many do you get of these?
48.
Wow.
2 24-packs. I have those literally all over the house. I have them in the car, in the garage.
Yeah, you can use those.
Glass and mirrors, no lint. No chemicals as well.
You're going to save a fortune on paper towels if you buy those things. What I do, I keep a half dozen in the car. I keep a half dozen under each sink in my house. They're ideal for doing any kind of detailing. The best window cleaners without any without any spray, they clean up really well because it's that microfiber. So like little fingers that clean up.
Tablets and sunglasses, use them dry on your, I saw you selling an iPad earlier.
Yeah, perfect for that. And you can wash them and you can use those over and over and over again. All right, don't forget about getting the mop. I'm telling you, you're gonna love this. Your floors will be nice and clean without all the effort, without all the hassle, and without all the mess. And for today, we are offering and continuing to offer the discount clearance price on that. Peter, great job, buddy.
Thanks so much.
Good to see you, bro.
To see you.
All right, we're gonna continue on here. I got another hour, my final hour. Get comfortable, refill your coffee, more clearance right after this.
The thing I love most about shopping at HSN.
Do I have to pick just one?
I'd have to say FlexPay.
It allows me to get the things I want now.
And make monthly payments.
Without any interest or fees.
I got a new mattress for the guest bedroom, a fabulous cookware set for my sister's wedding,
And a little something just for me.
FlexPay gives me the flexibility to buy what I need now.
without the stress of having to pay for it all at once. And no interest.